What's going on, everyone? I'm Andrew with Camper Kingdom in Meridian, Mississippi, and today I'm going to be showing you guys this brand new 2021 Forest River Wildwood Model 27 RK. Coach comes in at 33 feet 6 inches in length with a dry weight as this coach here sits of 6,684 pounds. We're going to start on the inside, then work our way out. So if you want to see some of its outside features, stick around to the end. We'll definitely be going over some of those. Before we get too far along though, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the new subscribers that have come to the page. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button down below and let's get started. So here inside the coach, Model 27 RKS, and you're going to be looking at more of an interior length living space of maybe 27-28 feet, 5'7" on a flush mounted slide, so 5'7" on the slide height here, and the actual main cabin area you're at 6'7" from the ground to the ceiling. Two not whisper quiet, I almost said whisper quiet, but two Coleman Mac air conditioners. This one is in fact a 15K, and the one in the bedroom is a 13.5, and I got the units on so you can get an idea of how loud they are. I know GoPro doesn't provide the best of microphones, but I hope you guys get a general idea of just in fact how loud those are. 30,000 BTU actual furnace coming from the floor. You do in fact have floor vents on this unit here with two manual recliners. These are not bolted to the floor, so they can in fact pull away from the wall and they actually recline. Blackout shades all the way throughout the coach, and they've even added the nice balance on the sides to prevent that sunlight from coming through. Just wish they would have brought it down a little bit more so you can definitely see how much sunlight comes out of there. Rear kitchen layout. With it being a rear kitchen, you're going to get a decent amount of actual prep space. So if you are full-time, or maybe you just do extended stays in the campground and you do a lot of cooking inside your coach, the rear kitchen definitely is the way to go for the maximum amount of space. Maybe for a crock pot, or maybe a Keurig or a coffee pot, you definitely have the counter space provided for that. Residential style faucet. This is in fact a metal faucet, so none of that plastic stuff, but you do in fact have the plastic 50/50 sink here with a metal rack to actually draw all of your pots and pans on. Just want to point out the backsplash, how they run it nicely all the way from the countertop all the way up from the cabinet, and they wrapped it all the way around the kitchen area. That way you don't have to worry about making that much of a mess. Stainless steel appliances on the, your refrigerator, your oven, the hood vent, even the microwave. 3-eye burner on the actual oven here. So heavy duty grates, decent amount of actual cooking space, and you can't let that glass accent there flat for additional prep space. Greystone oven. Decent amount of room for maybe a cookie sheet for maybe a pan of biscuits or a little pan pizza. Pretty decent size pull-out shelves for an organizer for a rear kitchen model. 3 different shelves there. Even additional space underneath the actual kitchen sink there. The main cabinets up above, you're gonna have a glass accent with a shelf in the middle for additional shelving. Even some in the back there as well. Refrigerator, GE is the brand, 11 cubic foot, all electric. And for everybody that's always wondering what our prices are, here's a good shot of that right there. This unit is in fact already sold, but we do in fact keep this unit in stock. It is a dealer stock unit, and the rear kitchens are a unit that is rather hard to keep in stock because it's such a high demand, especially with the new Chase Lounge. The Chase Lounge allows this unit to sleep over to 4, maybe 5 people, just really depending on your guest. Nice big pantry. Check out the room. Really deep shelves, even the LED light on the top to help guys like me that can't see with the darn. Really deep shelves there. Even a glass accent on the pantry door. Super cool. Coming around to the slide, you got a nice LED accent above, so at nighttime you don't have to have all the lights on the coach, just provide additional lighting. And once again, you got the fully blackout shades with the valance beside them, so that way the sunlight can be blocked. The new Chase Lounge this year, right now I've got it into the lounging configuration. As you notice, this is set up in an L shape, so you can in fact lounge watching the television, which will be there, and we're going to get to that in just a minute. But let me point this out. Let me go over this just a little bit. So you can set this up in a couple of different arrangements. So either the L-shaped with seating room for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 here, or the back And I'm going to change this up for you guys and show you what it looks like. The back will be moved over here, giving you the 4-person booth. It is in fact a leg, does have the legs on it, so it's not a legless table, so definitely watch your legs when you're swinging them under. And there's also each one of the storage compartments here and over there are going to have these food safe containers, and you're going to have about a 20 cubic foot additional storage space throughout with just these storage containers here. And like I said, I'm going to change this up at the end of the video, just showing you the different arrangements this can be set up in. Actually, there is a sticker on my window here, so let me let this up just to give you guys an idea. So you got the L-shaped lounge here. This is going to be the dinette. You know, you guys, you can see it's just a regular booth. Then you got the Chase lounge, which is what it's in right now, what I just showed you. And then of course the full bed. And at the end of the video, I'm definitely going to show you that. But let me just point out the amount of light that these windows let in. Just a load of light coming all the way throughout. A little bit of carpet throughout the coach. It is not a carpetless unit. You are going to have carpet in the main slide here. And this is going to be the light switch for that slide. Light over the slide there. Let me get this window closed back. 31-inch electric fireplace up on the entertainment wall. This will produce heat around 5,000 BTUs from this actual opening here. All this is just a space heater pretty much. And if you don't camp in the winter, you can definitely turn off the heat and just use the lights, which you can turn in different colors. Even the glow on the rocks on the bottom, you can turn them different colors as well. Furrion soundbar, zone 1 and 2. So you can have either your sound playing inside the coach or outside. Pret for the King pre-wired Wi-Fi. There are additional accessories needed in order to make that work. All of this is just pretty much a data package for the unit. And all of your satellite and TV connections here. Definitely room for about a 55-inch TV up on the entertainment wall. And I really like how they've done the shiplap, you know, giving it a little bit better decor. And I'm a guy that don't like my wires to just be hanging everywhere, so they've even cut out a spot there for all the wires to go through nicely, even down here going to the sound bar. So here inside the master bedroom, I always seem to, you know, misjudge the size of the bed. Sometimes they say it's a queen, sometimes it's a full. But what I've recently started doing is just putting a tape measure on it just to tell you guys the actual dimensions of the bed. So you're at 73 inches long by 60 inches across. Manufacturer says that's a queen size bed there. Roof mounted second air conditioner with the actual controls right there above. You are in fact going to have a breeze window here and again over here. 12-volt outlets provided right there. And if you are an individual with a CPAP machine, Wildwood is CPAP friendly, having the nice cutouts provided on both sides. And inside the cabinet, you do in fact have the 110 outlets provided for your CPAP machine. Even of course in the closet, you do have the hanging rod. Glass accent there. More 12-volt chargers provided there. And a decent closet also in the rear kitchen. Definitely plenty of room to hang all of your stuff, even a nice shelf above. TV backer sticker, if you're laying in the bed looking at this wall here, your TV backer sticker will go there. So probably definitely room for a 32-inch, maybe a 40, just depending on the television itself. And those TV connections and 110 outlets are provided there. Underneath the actual bed, let me close this tape measure up, get it out the way. Wildwood has in fact put the hydraulic lift on the actual bed, making it that much easier to get some of these bigger mattresses actually lift up. And just a real cheap, effective way of actually storing all of your stuff. There's one guy that I watched, J&A Review, and they had a really cool idea where it was just a solid board here, and they actually cut it out for the laundry baskets to nicely tuck away. So that's another really cool idea. But Wildwood provides you with these baskets here. And on the bottom down there, a nice shoe garage for all of your shoes, sandals, just a place to kick them. But you don't have to worry about them once again being in the way whenever you are moving about the coach. Point out your actual digital thermostat located right here in the hallway. That is in fact for the air conditioning unit here. With all of the slide operations and your awning operations, 20-foot electric awning provided right here. Water pump, water heater, all of the light switches provided right there, and the tank monitoring stations right here. So here inside the only bathroom, manufacturer says this shower is in fact a 20 by 40 two-piece plastic shower, but whenever I put the tape measure on it, you're more of a 35 by 29. So not quite what the manufacturer does says, but you do in fact have a decent amount of room to move about the shower. Even has the radius arm at the top, allowing it to poke out just a little bit more, giving you more headroom. Plastic foot flush toilet. I'm definitely gonna be taking a seat on the toilet just to show you guys. No, I'm not gonna be doing the do, but showing you guys how much leg room you're gonna have. So I'm 6'2". Let's step inside the shower, and as you can tell, I'm kind of in the shower dome there, but I actually have a really decent amount of room to move about the actual shower here and, you know, wash your hair. You're not saying that I actually have any. I'm prior military and I keep all my hair cut off. And there's another good shot of the actual plastic foot flush toilet there. Pressed membrane countertops continued over in the bathroom here with a plastic sink, plastic faucet, and a decent medicine cabinet that we'll pull away from the wall with additional storage there. Even storage here and some more storage there. And here you go. So I'm 6'2". Once again, you definitely have plenty of leg room. And they've even cut out a slit here. Not quite, maybe you want to put a trash can there or something, some kind of additional storage provided there. So I've got it laid out in its full sleeping configuration. I've also gone ahead and pulled out all these 20 cubic foot of totes just to get you guys an idea of what they're going to look like. So I got the back room moved, laying this thing completely flat, and also these cushions are just velcroed on to the actual sidewall there. I left that one on there so you can get an idea what that actually looks like. So table lays flat, turning this whole entire thing into just one massive sleeping area, and I really like how they've done all the different containers here. So definitely sleeping room for two of the master, only bedroom here. 2 up there, 3, 4, maybe 5, just really depending on the size of your guest. Maybe you have some smaller grandkids that want to come along with you. I'm gonna go ahead and change this into the full-size booth and before we head outside. So now I got it set up in its normal seating arrangement. Regular style booth here. Notice the back is now moved over here, giving you just the regular booth to sit at. And your traditional style jackknife sofa now looks like a normal sofa. So you're not really able to lounge and watch the actual television this way. This time we're gonna go ahead and head outside. So here on the outside of the unit, once again, 6,684 pounds. Total length of this coach with the spare tire on the back and the front tongue jack of 33 feet, 6 inches in length. Model 27 RKS, but that doesn't necessarily mean 27 feet. Once again, 33 feet of total length on this unit here. And that dry weight does include on this unit with that second air conditioner. And we do in fact go ahead and upgrade all of our campers with the electric jacks underneath the rear, front and rear, excuse me. Up on the front of the coach, you're gonna have a black diamond, kind of diamond plate to protect it from all the additional debris flinging up from the tires. Battery disconnect switch located there. And when the camper sails, there's a black battery housing that actually gets put right here to keep the battery nice and protected. 2 30-pound propane bottles, electric tongue jack with a lift capacity of 3,500 pounds. And I've nicknamed this thing the Plug Buddy. I really like when coaches do this. They give it a nice little place to organize all of your chains in the 7-pin connector, keeping them from actually just dangling inside the dirt. Because you want to keep these different brass connections in there as clean as possible, and that's just one nice way to doing that as well. Speaking of protecting, back to the diamond plate on the front, coach comes with this technology called a Tough Coat. It's an anti-scratch kind of coating that's actually put on the actual camper itself. When you go through most campgrounds, you will find a limb or two that is kind of hanging down lower than normal, and there are chances that that limb will brush up against your camper. Not saying that it's going to protect it 100%, but just a light grazed across the front or the side, it will prevent it from scratching. Magnetic latches, you don't have to worry about those falling down and hitting you in your head. And a decent size storage compartment. You're gonna have the smaller door on this side, but definitely a larger door on that side for maybe some patio chairs. Those are all the manual tools for all your override in case you do have, in fact, have to manually let a slide in or manually retract the front ton jack on the front. Going around to this side, we're going to start on this side here. Electric jacks front and rear, simple press of a button, those jacks will in fact go down, and once they reach a certain amount of resistance, they will in fact stop. And that's just really nice. You can't really level a camper. Those are just more for stabilizing. So let's make sure we understand that right up front. These are just for stabilizing the camper. You still got to get the camper on a decent level surface. And if you've ever had to work on a camper that's older, you will appreciate this new plastic drop-in system. These are 4x8 sheets. I'm gonna have to get around to the other side to give you another quick view of it. But you don't have to drop the entire underbelly of this coach just to actually work on the camper itself. Friction hinge on the actual door. It's a pretty high windy day. You can pretty much get an idea of just look at the awning flap in there. White in color, 20 feet in length, electric awning, LED lights provided underneath. Hope you guys can see that. It's a pretty bright sunny day here today. Step above steps. These new, in fact, have the easy adjustable pin. Just simple press of a button there, and that leg will in fact extend going down until it touches the ground there. And they do flip up and inside the door, for storage. Do have, in fact, a bigger grab handle, making it that much easier to get inside the coach. Outdoor speakers with a kind of a blue LED accent behind them. TV connections, power connections, and you even have a sticker for a TV backer here. But with it being the metal siding, you see how it's kind of rolled. I don't necessarily know that I'd want to put a TV backer there. It might actually dent that just a little bit. I don't know if I'd want to be the one to test that out. Black 15-inch wheels. These are D-rated, and that's usually one of the first things that get upgraded, are in fact the tires and the suspension. You can get a motorized suspension for the coach, just allowing it to ride that much more smoother. Suburban griddle with a mini fridge by Everchill. The griddle, of course, does in fact hook to the propane, and that propane connection is located right down there. That white tag blowing in the breeze there just identifies that. Spray port, I just have it hanging here off the grill for now, but that's where in fact it does connect. Good way to wash off the dog or maybe your feet before coming in from actually at the beach. 6-gallon hot water heater. Its controls located back here. I call this the actual passenger side of the camper here. Fully metal bumper, steel bumper, excuse me. Good place to store your sewer lines whenever you're finished camping. And the spare tire provided. I do pray that you never have to utilize that, but if you do, it is provided there. Backup camera prep. That housing just has a power wire inside of it, which will provide power for the wireless camera system that will be mounted in the vehicle. And if you don't know what they look like, it's kind of like the old school GPS systems that would suction cup to the window of a vehicle. 50-amp power connections provided back from the back, and the actual power cord is about 15 to 20 feet in length. Satellite and TV connections also back here on the back of the unit. Rack and pinion slides. Coach sits on about a 10-inch I-beam drop frame construction. Slide test. These are not fully laminated slides, just to give you an idea what those are going to look like. You are going to have breeze windows here and on the other side, but check out the bigger panoramic windows. And there's a good shot of the back of those blacked out shades with a high white back, just allowing that sunlight to reflect off of there. Let's talk the down and the dirty. Sewer outlet connections, waste holding tank, management area kind of deal. You got one outlet provided there. You're not going to have two on the rear kitchen. Black handle and two grays provided there. And there's another shot of the 15-inch D-rated tires. I told you I'd show you the underbelly on this side here. Now that the sunlight's not as bright, this paneling system has just been quite awesome for definitely our service guys whenever they're having to work underneath these campers. Black tank flush city water connections also nicely right here next to all the sewer connections. One thing I wish they would have done was put maybe an outdoor shower here, because once you're done with that, the next thing you honestly should do, whether if you're hooking up to start your camping trip or if you're leaving for the day, is to actually wash your hands. You don't want to be taking anything you get from that sewer line inside the camper or inside the vehicle. Also, Wildwood is coming pre-equipped with the hardware in case you do decide to upgrade with slide toppers on that coach there. Forgot to point that out to you guys. All around a pretty decent couples coach. Once again, guys, I do appreciate all the new subscribers that have come to the page. If you like this unit, leave a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Check out the description for all of our campers we have in inventory. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Come see us.